All right, so getting down to it. Bad Boys 4 movie review. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Chop it up. What's up? All right, Vic. First of all, let's establish. Vic saw it Thursday night and immediately texted the group chat. Like, this is the best Bad Boys film
I did not say that.
ever.
I did not say that.
Let's not gas up his words.
Can we not lie on my name? Can we not lie on my name?
Let's not gas up his words like that.
What I said was,
All right, okay.
this was fire,
Yeah.
and it's the Bad Boys movie we should have got the last time.
Yeah.
Because the third one, unlike Zay, to me and to most of the world, the third one's the worst one.
It's
But
not.
now,
Interesting.
after seeing this,
Now
it
we
goes
look at the ratings.
2, 4, 1, 3. If you want to go 2, 1, 4, 3,
You said it goes
Okay.
2, 4, 1, 3. That's what you said?
that's for me.
2, 4,
And I
1,
talked to
3.
several people,
Okay.
and they agree with me. They said 4 was fire. Let me
4, 1,
finish.
3.
And I just want to say,
Whoa there, Jamal.
you know what? I'm done. I got to see what you say. But Jason,
Go ahead, Zay.
Jason
Talk to him.
has no movie credibility with me anymore. After what he said about Doom,
That's
after
right.
how he treated the Marvels, and now this, you gave it what, a 5.5?
I give it a 6.
So it's just okay.
It's okay.
It's watchable to him. That's what a 6 is. It's watchable.
It's okay.
A 6 means okay.
It's okay.
I thought a 7 was okay.
7's good.
6 is watchable.
I didn't call it trash. It's
You know
okay.
what? Y'all go. I'm gonna come back to me. Go ahead. Y'all go.
All right.
Oh, Zay's turn. We were
Oh,
going
Zay,
in.
go ahead. Y'all go. I'm saying y'all, anybody.
I want
Go
to
ahead.
hear Jay.
You want to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So
You want to hear me?
I'll say this.
Oh, YSO said 2, 4, 1, 3. Thank you, YSO. Go ahead.
Hey.
Before I
Vic gonna point out that one comment, boy. That I want to agree with him.
I want to say
Solidarity.
this. I want to say this. I don't
Okay.
know if it is a recency thing.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up the ratings for all 4 movies.
Yes.
Okay.
3 and 4 are massively higher than
Then 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
And they're massively different tones of a kind of movie.
I feel
You
like,
think so?
but I feel like it is.
Okay.
It's maybe subjective, and that there is a group of people who lean more towards 1 and 2, and the Michael Bay version of the Bad Boys.
Yep.
The tone, the comedy, and then you have people who like this new version of the Bad Boys.
Right.
I definitely like 1 and 2 more. There's no way anyone can tell me that this movie is better than 1 or 2. It will not happen, and it can't happen.
I agree.
And I said you can have this at 3. I can see that, but I just can't get with you saying 3 is better than this. I can't get with that.
I'm going to say my problems with the movie first.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, to me, and if you disagree, please chime in. Please
Oh, I
tell
will.
me. Please tell me.
I'm standing by.
Okay.
Everybody's crazy.
I'm going to start with the action first. I believe this movie to have the worst action out of the 4.
Why?
Okay.
Because of the storytelling of the movie, you have now flipped Martin to be the aggressor and Will to be the person who is scared or whatever. He's slower to the action.
Mm-hmm. Versus Martin not being in any action in the last movie.
Right.
Okay.
So now, if you take that,
The final scene.
Martin was never meant to be the big action guy. That's why he wasn't that in the first movie or the second movie. He was never meant to be that.
So you can't have a moment to shine.
So
Got
now
it.
it's not even just a moment; it's the whole movie.
You can't have a movie where
all
he's more
of the
focused.
fight
Got it.
scenes, all of the fight scenes felt watered down to me because Will is not the point person.
You're saying all the fight scenes involving Martin.
All of the fight scenes of the movie.
So you ain't like the prison scene at all.
Marcus.
You ain't like the Reggie scene
What
at
was
all.
the? Oh no! Excuse me. The Reggie scene was fire.
Yeah.
But
That was the best scene in the movie.
Reggie Wick
Best action scene in
yes,
the movie.
that was the
Yes.
best scene of the movie.
Yeah.
Best
but
action scene
You said
in
you said the prison fight. What prison fight?
with his son,
Yeah.
Juan.
In the yard?
Oh, that was live.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
I'm
live.
saying
Okay.
you can't say
So-
all.
no.
No.
So
He.
I meant-
I feel like because it's less action.
The fights with Martin and Will.
That's what I wanted to
Yes,
clarify.
those
yeah.
fights
Okay.
seemed just less entertaining than all of the other movies to me. Even take the third movie, that finale when they were in the house and they're taking out all the people around, like that was live.
Yeah.
Say what you will about the movie, that fight was live. But I feel
fire.
like in this movie, it just none of the fights hit to me. with Will and Martin, and it's because Will is taking the back seat to Martin. So that's one. Two, I felt like it did feel a bit forced throughout the movie. I felt like the third one, okay, so it wasn't even surprising. The third one, we shoot Will. Will has his moment where he's about to die. So now the fourth one, okay, now we got to do Martin. And then when Martin comes back,
Marcus.
well, you know what? I said Will and Martin. Yes, Marcus and
Mike.
And Mike. Yes. So the whole thing with like Marcus, I can't die. It's not my time to die. So when he like walks out into the street, I thought that was corny. I mean, the theme of the movie, I thought it was cool, but I did think that there were scenes that it was just forced. This I can't die.
I do agree.
Thing,
I do agree with that.
It's forced. I didn't like the ending. I thought a lot of the movie felt very Die Hard-ish, Die Hard 4-ish, where it's like now Die Hard, you go away from the regular cops doing cop shit, and now we're doing superhero, fantastical shit. And that was like the plane scene.
I get that.
When we catch we're gonna catch the cage.
That felt Fast and
Can I
Furious.
chime in for a second here?
Yeah.
I want people to be fair because there's a scene in Kevin Hart's movie on Netflix. I remember with that his most recent movie. There's a very similar scene in the plane, and people had an issue with that because they're like, "That's not possible. The plane's going down, and he's fighting da 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 da." But then it happens in Bad Boys, and it's fine.
Happened in theaters.
Yeah,
Does it matter?
I didn't.
But
see
I
that
agree.
movie, so
I mean,
don't know what you're talking about.
honestly, the whole plane scene I didn't even like, if I'm being real. And then it's like, the plane's going down. Who's gonna fly it?
I mean,
The sun comes in there. You can fly a plane? I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I'm
What
like,
does that even mean?
all right.
They fly drugs across.
Yeah.
seas.
He's a drug dealer. He's not a drug mule.
You can be a dealer
Yeah.
and still fly drugs.
I
guess.
watched one show that's a dealer that actually flies the plane.
Franklin flew a plane.
Facts.
He took lessons.
Yeah.
He
They
might
can't.
have
They
took
can't take
lessons.
lessons.
Maybe.
He was in jail.
Maybe.
Not his whole life.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
right.
He's in
I
jail
don't
for a
know.
month. What are you talking about right now?
No, maybe. But I just didn't like this.
right
I didn't really like that scene. I didn't like the him catching the cage. Like I thought it was a little fantastical, a little Fast and Furious.
Fast.
And then, wait, what are you gonna say?
Bad Boys 2 is very fantastical.
The boat.
The what?
The boat.
What boat?
When the boat crashes?
The boat. That's a little fantastical. That whole.
Oh, the
highway
boat crashing
scene.
into the thing.
The whole highway scene's a little fantastical.
Oh.
But I do agree that this movie elevated it higher.
A little bit, and then Die
just
Hard.
because there's a plane in.
Die Hard
Look,
4,
this was-
absolutely. When the villain is holding the person, you're gonna give me what I want. You're gonna do this, or I'm gonna shoot the person. And then he just shoots through himself to shoot the next person.
Yeah.
It's the same exact setup, same exact thing. I didn't really like that. But yeah, I mean, well, the dialogue was corny. A lot of it. I don't know if you
There's
can
a
attest to
donkey
that.
scene.
There's a lot of the dialogue
he's
that
like,
was a bit
"Oh,
corny.
In one of
I
the
think there's
lives, you were a donkey.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of corny jokes.
Yeah.
I think they weren't initially funny, but you could chuckle when the recalls or whatever.
I didn't laugh at the alligator. I didn't laugh.
Alligator could have been done better. I agree.
The alligator's racist. All right, big dog. Who wrote this one?
The one that got me the most was at the end when they first entered the building. I think something crashed and Martin said something. Said something weird. I can't remember. He said something so corny to me.
I understand about when the plane crashed into the building. That one?
It might have been before. It's around there. I don't know.
I felt like they took the reviews from Bad Boys 3 that Martin didn't have a lot to do, and they gave him too much to do. And because they gave him too much to do, they took away from what Will can do.
Okay.
That's what I believe. Like if I take it to your take on Miles and Peter,
Yeah.
you believe that Peter is being watered down so Miles can come up, right? And that's how I felt about this movie.
Okay.
Will just had less to do.
Well played.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let y'all cook. I feel like I've been talking a lot.
Well, before we move on, Dante said, "You bugging?
Okay.
They are old now, bruh.
All right.
How
okay.
much fight you think they're gonna do? Marcus had a heart attack and Mike had panic attacks.
You could.
Oh, man.
To answer that question, I can very easily tell you what you can do. You can take out the whole panic attack thing. Take it out. It does nothing for the movie.
I think it does.
No,
because-
I think it doesn't because that also
did
was
nothing.
never resolved.
It was never resolved.
And I didn't like that
It
because
did nothing.
you showed in the third movie he's not invincible, he got shot. So now you don't have the invincible Mike Lowry anymore. And in this movie, I guess you weaken his character a little more because now he is fight or flight and chooses fright and has his panic attacks. And so you don't really see the growth of his character if that is never resolved.
Oh, and I'm gonna speak to that too. But let's Xavier go first.
Okay, so in terms of that, I feel like it's across the film thing because Mike is the type of person who went from girl to girl to girl.
yes.
With the fear of commitment, which was shown in this, that he was conquering said fear of commitment, because he didn't want to have loved ones to depend on that can be put in danger at any moment to get to him, type of thing. And now that he actually, you know what, boom, I'm tying the knot with this one girl. We gon' have a life together, whatever. Even in his nightmares, in a dream he had, man had a nightmare that things were going to be taken from him really soon, like his loved ones. Like
Okay.
the voiceover said that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the reason he's having the panic attacks because he has something to care for.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I mean-
so that it makes sense. This whole series of movies he's had nothing.
No,
Okay,
I feel you.
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with the idea. I get the idea. The execution of the idea didn't make sense. Or excuse me, I don't want to say it didn't make sense. It didn't work to me because, like Alicia said, there's no resolution. There's no moment where he does
Overcomes
something
that or-
to overcome it. It's just Marcus smacks him. I need
He had
nasty
the
Mike.
moment when he saw his captain.
And what? And the captain said it's
It's
okay.
It's okay.
Oh,
I mean,
It wasn't your fault.
oh.
Meaning,
So now I can just flip the switch and I'm
sometimes
good.
all it takes is a moment. Because you're in it, so you only have a moment.
I
But
don't
then
know.
if I could just, and maybe it's a little too realistic, that's not really how panic attacks work. And I feel like if you are going to give him that handicap, at least let him resolve it in the proper ways, right? In the similar way where he had commitment issues or whatever, but then he also went to therapy, but then he also had to go to physical therapy, but he also acknowledged the fact that he had to go to therapy. You could have did something like along that lines in this movie, have him actually resolve those panic attacks and those issues. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel you. I will understand. I would agree with you wholeheartedly if we were still on track to be in the same tone as the first and second movie, but because we're going to the fantastical route,
Yeah.
and because these are two Miami cops doing what Miami cops don't do, it's just
Like-
it's not gonna feel right
It's-
in
I get
general.
you.
It's like the idea of making these characters have these realistic ailments.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man 3, he had he had PTSD. You see him have PTSD anymore? No, they completely forgot about that whole entire storyline because it didn't exactly work.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about the panic attacks. I get it, storytelling wise, yeah, sure, but execution wise, I don't know. I didn't really feel it.
Yeah.
And then because of the panic attacks, to me, the action sequences are watered down.
I didn't have a dull moment this whole movie.
Who is it? Baby that said they're older now. Who said they're older now? What do you expect?
Dante.
Dante. To his point, though, I even said it when I left the theaters. Will's 55, Martin's 59. They are doing really well in these action sequences for men their age. So it's not too outside of the realm for us to expect, good action sequences for them. Because it by no means did I watch this movie and was just like, oh, Will shouldn't be doing this no more. Clearly he's not. Like, no. And even though Martin's scenes may have been watered down, he was still putting forth that effort. And it didn't seem like, all right, maybe he need to put that down because he not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if we're expecting too much out of them, but I do think they're in pretty good shape to give us good action sequences.
I mean, you got stunt doubles anyway, so I think that's
Yeah.
more of a writer thing.
And can I say one last thing I didn't like before I say the stuff that I actually did like about the movie?
No, there's that.
There's stuff because I think the movie is okay.
Go ahead.
You gave it
Okay.
a 5.5, bro.
I changed it to a 6.
You
But
did. You did.
but
You did.
villain wise, I think this is the worst villain out of all the movies.
Oh.
Easily.
Yes. Well, yeah.
It's the least interesting villain.
It felt like a tacked on villain.
They have the least interactions with the villain.
And I'm sure y'all felt the same. You knew Buddy that girls dating was behind it.
Yeah.
Yes,
You felt
Yeah,
that.
that
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
from the
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
beginning. It
Yeah.
wasn't surprising.
Yeah.
The general mystery of what is happening with the captain wasn't that interesting. I don't know. Like the whole villain plot was the least interesting out of all the movies. Even if we don't like the third movie that much, the Will's girl doing all this, X doing all this stuff is
Yeah.
more interesting,
Yeah.
Right.
and it is more personal than this one.
I agree with that. It's true.
And I also do feel like another. All right, so here's the things that I didn't like about the movie. I didn't like him marrying his therapist.
What, that was his therapist?
His
Yeah.
physical therapist.
Oh, okay.
From the
There,
third
you,
one,
you
yeah.
they mentioned it.
I didn't
Yes,
remember
it's
it.
his physical
I also
therapist.
didn't care about the
Not
wife.
his actual therapist. I paid
She
attention.
was bad though. But I didn't care about the wife.
I told you she was from Power.
Yeah.
She was bad.
She was out here with Freaky Zeke
Yeah, baddie.
from Power. You didn't watch Power.
With
Ghost Book 2?
Ghost? Yeah.
Ghost
oh,
Book
no,
2
no,
with
no,
Tariq.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
why you
no.
don't know her. Yeah,
No, no,
yeah.
no.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she a baddie. Yeah, that was the professor.
Focus. Say focus.
Oh,
Focus.
all right.
Things you liked.
All right, so
Focus.
things I didn't like. So things I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that he was marrying his physical therapist instead of the one that they built him up for in the third movie.
Yes.
Who they built him up for in the third movie?
Spanish trip.
The captain. Well, the,
The
new
captain?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that Marcus died, kind of like how Mike Lowry died in the previous film.
Yes, forced.
Yeah. Like I do agree. Some things were forced. Some things just didn't feel right for me. Kind of like when he did die, him going to the captain in his dream, and then now he kind of like feels like he can't die or whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff I do agree with Jay. I didn't like it. It felt forced. Some of it felt misplaced. But yo, the movie was funny, bro. The direction that they went with these action scenes were fire. The camera work, fire.
Oh yeah, that. Yes, I agree.
I think it was a little overrated. The POV with the gun. I didn't think.
I thought it was
all that.
overrated also.
I
Yeah,
enjoyed the
personally.
behind the scenes.
That
more
was
than
more
I
interesting than the
enjoyed
scene.
The actual
I,
scene.
never,
Yes.
I didn't see the behind the
The
scenes.
behind the scenes was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
'cause
they
he's wearing a
posted.
Seeing the
rig,
camera is
and
fire.
he's flipping it.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
the
Without
actual
looking at the camera.
the
So
actual
that's cool.
execution of it,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
cool.
yeah, and I'm gonna say thank God it wasn't a long scene. If they would have dragged that out,
Yeah,
my rating
yeah,
would have
yeah.
definitely dropped
Agreed.
Yeah,
because it's not all that.
yeah. But no, like that stuff was pretty cool. The scene with Reggie.
That was great.
The
Fire.
scene
That was probably
with,
the best scene to me. The best action scene in the movie.
That was great.
Oh, it is.
He held
It
it.
is. It's the.
He held
It's
his
probably
own.
the best. It's the best scene in the movie
Yeah. He
Yeah.
held his own for
Yeah.
sure.
because no one expected it, and you knew
Right.
when it was happening. Oh, we about to go crazy. But
Yeah.
no one expected that. No,
No,
one knew
it's
that's gonna
funny
happen.
because like when he was like, "I need to protect everybody," I was like, "He about to go in."
Yeah.
I didn't really
that
expect him to do that though.
Like
So
John
I was like,
Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that jump was fire, man. How did you guys feel about the replacement wife?
I was letting you cook, and that's what I was about to get.
I made a joke because for anybody who watched Why Did I Get Married?
Yes, Marcus.
She has a husband named Marcus. So when she's saying it,
Yes.
she's saying it in the same tone she said it in
The
that movie. So that's
same
all I can think
exact
when she's saying it.
tone.
This was why I didn't like her in this role, though.
Oh, because of how she
She acts extremely different
then
from the
other wife.
regular
Yeah.
Teresa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the past 3 movies, she acts very different. She talks
Mm-hmm.
to him very different. The tone is very different.
Yeah.
All of it is different.
Yeah.
I didn't like that because I feel like
I mean,
if
she
you're gonna-
did good though.
Yes,
but it's just
she did good.
It's just a different dynamic.
But if
yeah,
you're
it
gonna-
is. It's
so-
a different
If
dynamic.
you're gonna do that, then just don't have her in it.
I'm gonna say
How would you write her out though?
You can like the same way how like we only saw like her for like one scene in the last movie. She's on vacation.
Yeah.
She's doing something. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the previous actress didn't have enough dialogue and scenes for me to care enough for her to be replaced.
I don't know.
Understood.
She looked very
get it.
different. I don't know. I just wasn't.
She looked different. It's a different actress.
You can get an actress that still fits the.
She had more in this
look.
movie than the last wife, right?
Too much.
I mean, apparently they took a note from Batman that you can just put anybody in that role and it'll hit.
Well, she's sick, so she couldn't do it. So, the
But
actress.
Yeah,
I'm,
that's
I'm
sad.
saying a replacement.
That is sad. But
Yeah, I saw that. I
Wowzers.
saw that too.
What?
I saw that too.
yeah,
What?
that's.
So
The
what?
lady who played Teresa original, she's sick.
I would have just.
Can't do the
Teresa?
role.
I honestly would have
The light
just
skin,
had
that's
her
original
not
wife.
in it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, from this movie? I mean, from the last Bad Boys movie?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd y'all see that?
It's online. That's what people were asking why they recast because she's sick.
Yeah.
Excuse me. How Marcus died, or he went down the same
He had a heart attack?
the same way that Mike went down in the previous movie. It also felt very much like forced, and like remember like the Mummy 2 and 3. So Mummy 2, Evie goes down.
Yeah.
Mummy 3, Rick goes down.
Yeah.
Neither of them last. They're obviously gonna come back. It just felt very forced. It's all just for storytelling, and it didn't work in the Mummy. And to me, it ain't working this one.
I was fine with it. I think it's just at least it happened quick. But I will say, going into the movie, I was like, based on the trailer, it looks better than 3 because I really don't like 3 personally. The moment this, like you said earlier, the moment Marcus went to the Wakanda tree,
I didn't like that.
I checked out. I was like, oh, this is what we're doing.
I didn't like that.
So now
So
I'm
you lowered your
I-
expectations. You
No,
changed your
I
expectations.
looked at the movie differently.
Okay.
Because I'm like, this is definitely not Bad
fantastical
Boys
movie.
1 or 2.
Right.
So I have
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
enjoy this
Yes.
a different way.
But
Yeah.
that's why I don't like it as much as y'all might, and that's why I'm not gonna call it bad.
Yeah.
But it's just different. This
Yeah.
isn't Bad
This
Boys.
ain't Bad
I
Boys
will
1
say
and 2.
this. Consistently throughout 1 through 4, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of the
You're-
best scenes that remain consistent is beginning when he's driving with Marcus.
Yes.
Yes.
That has
That's
consistently
tradition.
1 through 4 has always been a great scene.
Was it a Rari again? This
It was a Porsche.
was it
I
always
think it was a Porsche. I think
No,
it's always been a
it's al-
Porsche.
But yeah, it's
It was a
usually
different color
car.
Porsche this time.
Yeah.
Because last time it was blue, this time it was black.
Okay.
It's usually
But I
a
believe it
different
was
car every
Porsche.
time.
But yeah, every movie that scene has been solid.
Did,
Oh, yeah.
did y'all laugh at the barbecue scene at the end?
No,
What? I was laughing.
I ain't lying.
I was cackling.
Yeah,
My whole
I-
theater was cackling.
yeah.
This whole movie.
Yeah.
I was watching it like,
Nah, wow.
That's hate.
That's
He
hate.
really was. Though. He really was though.
That's hate.
He really was.
But you laugh at the barbecue.
But overall, they did say they were waiting to see how this would perform, and it has smashed box office. It has already made more than what the budget was.
Yeah.
no, it's great.
No, it's okay.
The movie's okay. The movie's okay, but yeah, that's
Because we are always going to celebrate Black excellence.
great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
With that being said, they are in talks or discussion in production for Bad Boys 5.
5, 6,
I want them to get
7,
Michael Bay back.
8.
I desperately want Michael Bay back.
I want
that tone back.
I want Reggie to lead a new team.
To lead the new team?
with
That'd be
Vanessa Hudgens
live.
and
He
boyfriend.
can.
I
he
also-
can. But I here's the thing. I don't like how they dialed back my baby, bro.
Who's your baby?
Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa
She should
Hudgens
have-
just had a baby.
She should have had more scenes, bro.
Nah, because that was a complaint in the last movie.
Not my complaint.
Because
Yeah.
they were
Yeah, too
focused
much.
on the new
Nasty.
team too much.
Nasty work,
Because they were
man.
trying to focus on the spinoff.
Nasty word.
It's part of the spinoff.
But we were supposed to get a spinoff before this movie.
Yeah.
But because it didn't resonate well with the watchers,
Right.
they got criticized.
No, the
They-
haters.
Okay.
Hey, man.
All right.
You know who I
Go.
think had too much to do?
Who?
What?
The Son. I thought he had a little bit too much.
The son.
Yeah.
Oh, Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit too
Amanda.
much.
I think
Come
they
on,
made
then.
him very important.
Because if I'm the law,
yeah.
The
right?
law.
If I and we are going to back Mike and
Mike Lowry.
Mike and Marcus on this last raid.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I having the Son go in?
Because he's a gun. And you need bodies.
True.
But we're the law, and we have a bunch of bodies.
But they're
It's,
on the run.
Remember they
it's
have
off.
to-
It's
yeah.
off books.
They're not
They're
on the law. They're
fugitives.
fugitives.
Bro.
Okay, they're fugitives, but
What?
but every movie they have a thing where Mike and Marcus are gonna go off book, and we're gonna go get
But
whoever
they're not
this is
wanted.
different.
They're not wanted fugitives.
This,
Y'all
is,
yelling.
this
No, no,
was
no,
different.
yelling.
no. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Every movie they go off, and they get people who are out of here, like Bad Boys 2. They go get friends or whatever
Right.
to help
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Where are those people? Why do I have to have the son?
Jay, you want to take it?
No, go ahead. You got
They,
it.
Someone.
They don't have the DA on their side this
At
time.
all.
They don't have the FBI,
At
and they
all.
don't have local.
They're all
the
after
people
them.
who helped them in the second movie have retired, and then the captain said he brought them back. They died. The dude, the smart tech dude, dead. They literally have no one. They're on their own, so they had to rely on their inner circle. That's why he said, "I don't trust
But
anybody."
that's
What
what,
about
they,
this
that's,
whole-
what, that's what they did in 3. They relied on their inner circle.
But they
They had-
weren't.
they had a whole
But they had a
unit.
whole team. But they weren't fugitives. They still had.
They still got the team, the unit.
They weren't wanted by the world, and
Not
cross-
that unit.
The world, Craig.
Not that unit.
the world.
Hey, when Vic begins.
They got the
He
new.
be trying to get you to get a point.
No, they got the new unit ammo.
What?
Ammo. That whole
Oh,
unit.
man.
And
It
it's only
said
two
the
people.
world.
It's two people.
And that
What?
captain, and I'm sure they got friends.
All right.
Clearly they don't.
All right.
Is it clear?
Yes,
It is.
they have
It's
no
very
one.
clear,
Is it?
bro.
Take
They
it
have
easy.
no one.
It's very clear.
Okay.
Is it?
Where that blue drink?
The what?
That blue drink.
What blue drink?
The blue drink.
The Dune drink.
Oh. You
Anyways.
Do I?
Need an IV.
Do I?
Anyways. Well, the box office feels like it is a hit, so therefore we are getting Bad Boys 5. So look forward to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
5,
Day.
6, 7.
Well,
And
weekend.
now-
Weekend.